here. We're ready. We're live. Good evening, guys. It's time for a brand new release. We were in a little bit of a dry zone for a while there after Bowman, but came back out quick with 2025 Chrome Platinum Anniversary to hold us over until tonight. Tonight, 2026 Top Series 2 Jumbos. We got a case here. There's 6 Jumbos in this. We're going to cut it open, grab 3 of them, and that's what we'll be ripping. Pick your team format. That's all set on the sidebar. If you want to double check that, let me know if you see any issues. Of course, we'll get you all taken care of if there are any. That said, I think we can go ahead and crack this open. You'll probably want to watch in the top overhead camera there in the top corner, because otherwise the main feed right now is kind of boring. And I'll be blocking out a lot of it, but you can see me in the overhead camera there. There's 6 Jumbos. Alright, getting the first one out's the hard one. Okay, 1, 2, 3. Alright, slide this out of the way. Hopefully I don't knock my camera over in the process. We're good. Alright, 2 and 3. We're ready to go. Let's get them cracked open. So each one of these here, we got 1 auto, 1 relic, all new cover athlete autographs and inserts, 10 packs, 40 cards per pack, and 2 silver packs still. They haven't cut those back on us. Trash bin over here. Going with purple. That's cool. Okay, stick that up there for now. We'll get a couple displays here for when our big hits come. Here we go. The moment is upon us. All right, guys. Good luck, everybody. And we'll start it off with Michael Macy. Mason Wynn, Paul Gervais, Taylor Ward, Correa, Kirby, Cornel, Iglesias, Alcantara, that's sweet, Langford, Pauly, Mangum, Braves, Rodriguez, Woodruff. We'll speed through these more as we get along and start seeing them, but for the first look, I like to go a little bit slower. Lukes, Sale, Wagman, Nimmo, Rays, Thomas, Lofton, Gorman, Little, Lawler, Baldwin with the cup, Hicks, Mullins, Angels, Geloff, Rojas, Baz, Akamoto, Rodriguez, and there's our relic. Game used Max Scherzer going to the Blue Jays. And Swatters, nice. After that, we got Jordan Westberg, Rainbow Foil, Ryan Sandberg for glove work. Can we get one more Berg? No, it's Honus Wagner for the last inserts. All right, let's sleeve and top load a few here. Most rookies I will not sleeve live for the sake of pace. Just making sure that's not a numbered insert there. Then a foil pile. Let's top load our Scherzer here. All right, first pack. Got a hit out of it already. How about that? We'll sleeve up the Akamoto. Slide our rookies over there and move on to pack 2. Pirates. Chase Meadroth, Cody Bellinger, Caden Dana, Tanner Bybee, Tuan Walker, Bryce Eldridge, Chris Bryant, Jared Jones, Risen Sons. Oh, that's cool. Jameson Tyone, Mark Vientos, Jake Irvin, Nueve Marte, Castellanos, Sajasi, Torkelson, Loriano, Valera, Reagans, Burleson, Pintaro, Ohapi, Paredes, Suarez, Abner, Mountcastle, Perkins, Salvi, Muniz, that's cool, Nance, Schwarber, Koss, Curvello, Assad, Grisham, Cam, I thought that was going to be our auto for a second behind there. Cam Smith for some sand glitter. Ichiro, league leaders. And Randy Johnson for a throwback insert. Hold on, I'm going to slide my fan over here for me. That's better. It's a humid one. Alright, let's top load this Cam Smith Future Stars Sand Glitter. That's nice. And then I also want to get the Eldridge. Cool. Alright, pack 3. Hey Dan, what's going on? We're just getting started here. Pack 3 out of 30 for us tonight. Cornel Iglesias. See, we're already seeing duplicates, though. That's what I said. I'll move faster once we see duplicates, so I guess it's 3 packs. Alcantara, Langford. There's another one. Pirates, Meadroth, all these guys. That's funny. Bellinger, Dana, Bybee, T1 Walker, Dolander, Talkman, Jazz, Ballesteros, Hap, Simeon, Nunez, Feltner, Ashcraft, Giants, Soderstrom, Pajes, Fortes, Murakami, Campero, McCullers, Rivas, Hayden Harris, Beantown Buds, Nick Allen, Connor Norby, Joe Boyle, Mariners, Severino Sheehan, Diaz, Marlins, Manny Machado is Rainbow Foil, Ellie De La Cruz for league leaders, and a throwback of Austin Riley. All right. Rookie, Rainbow Foil, Murakami. You can top load that. I'll top load the Eldridge too. He had a big game last night, right? From what I heard. Pack 4. Blaze Alexander, Kyle Isbell, Palante, Simpson, Robert in the Mets, Dominguez, Alcantara, Future Stars. That's a cool card. Rocchio, Suarez, Yes Savage. All right, nice. Newbar, Palish, Wins, Conine, McClanahan, Yankees, Bradish, Peralta, Bieber, Hernandez, Libertor, Hoffman, Ozuna Weathers, Jacques Peterson, White Sox, Kierstad, Priester Hader, Walker Castano, I think, Carson Kelly, Jaiwan Bay, Merrill Kelly, Nick Lodolo, Real Muto, Jackson Joe. Oh, you got Rainbow Foil, Alejandro Carrillo. I'm going to guess you do that with the L's there. For Oakland, got some Ricky action. And Chase DeLauder for a throwback. And top load that one. And a rookie rainbow. And the Yes Savage I'm going to top load as well. Okay. Here's pack 5. Got another Bryce Eldridge. Okay, take that. Chris Bryant, Jared Jones, Petey Helpin, Moncada Javier, Polanco, Ferris, Barco, Otani, Chapman, Cam Sanders, Ben Joyce, Christian Walker, Castillo, Larson, Marte, and Lugo. Kyle Tucker in the Dodgers, Yainer Diaz, Randy, Alvarez, Del Castillo, Ersig, and Jordan Walker, Hernandez, Locklear, Clark, Kim, Lowe, Ime, Stevenson, Sanchez, Crawford, Rackett, Cameron, 47 out of 150 on George Springer. Man, a Yes Savage of that would have been nice. We'll take it, though. Hurston Waldrep, Sandglitter, Yadi Molina, Glovework, and Ichiro All-Star. All right, that's halfway through the first box. Just gonna tidy up our stacks here a little bit so that nothing topples over on me. Insert some rookies. Let's sleeve up this one. Top load this one. Sleeve up the Sand Glitter Parallel, and then we'll top load out of 150 the George Springer. All right, put him up there with his teammate, huh? All right, on to the second half of the first box. Tanner Gordon, Mike Burrows, Zach Cole, Slade Ciccone, Brian Reynolds, Carter Jensen, Jaron Duran, Pablo Lopez, Robert Hassel, DC Duos, Steele, Torrens, Valdez, Green, Nola, Logan Henderson, and Cantillo, Nick York, Hobie Miller, or Hobby? I think that's Hobie. Clement, Cleveland Takes Flight, Dansby Swanson, Tyrone Taylor, Ryan Helsley, Spencer Steer, Bryson Stott, Brooks Lee, Logan Allen, Gabriel Arias, Harrison Bader, Sal Stewart, Gleyber Torres, Luis Ariz, Rashi and Wells, Jared Young, DC Duos, we've got some Aqua. That's cool. Trent Grisham. We've got Sand Glitter. Ken Griffey Jr. for glove work. It's a nice little set. And the second Ricky of the box. All-Star throwback. Cool. I'm out of the loop. I didn't hear the story. I kind of get the vibes from what you're saying, though. Sounds pretty crazy. That is not numbered, but pretty. We got 2 rookies out of that pack, I think. Worth a top load. Pack 7. Petey Helpin, Moncada, Javier, Polanco, Alexander, Ferris, Isbell, Palante, Simpson, Robert, Freeman, Lee, Nunez, Dingler, O'Hearn, Justin Dean, Tyler O'Neill, Montestero, George Springer, Dylan Cease, Belting Bros, that's cool, Seiya Suzuki, Jeff McNeil, Garcia, Cannon, Cole, Adele Amador, Waldrip, Stephen Kwan, Rojas, Cam Smith, Austin Hedges, Triolo, Harry Ford, Jemai Jones, King, we've got gold, Tyler Wells out of 2026, Peguero, rainbow foil rookie. Zach Neto for glove work, and then Satchel Paige. Oh, that's a bummer story. Yeesh. Let's top load this one. And we'll check the number on the Wells. 51 out of 2026 on that. On to pack 8. Reynolds, another Jensen. Duran, Lopez, Hassel, Dirt Dynamos, Corey Lee, Goldschmidt, Muncy, Jake Myers, Josh Naylor, Jaden Murray, Jack Dreyer, Soto, McDonald, Paulin, Casas, Julian Perez, Sears, Darnell, Cade Horton, Senga Diaz, Hauk, James Outman, Max Scherzer, Edwards, Walls, Orioles, Rooker, Smith, Flores, Parker Meadows, Musgrove, McCade Brown. That's a crazy first name, McCade. I don't know if I've ever seen a McCade before. 3 out of 50. Gold Shimmer, Lourdes Gurriel Jr. Looks like he's imitating basketball there, maybe? Or maybe he's holding a bazooka. Robbie Ray, upside down rainbow foil. Dansby Swanson, glove work. And throwback is Carlos Correa. Top load out of 50 here. Cool. 2 packs to go. 50-50 shot at an auto. Dominguez, Alcantara, Roquio, Suarez, and yes, Savage. We're getting duos of all the main rookies, so that's good. Tanner Gordon, Burrows, Cole, Ciccone, Rockies, Lopez, Sanoa, Eovaldi, Guardians, Blade, Glasnow, DeLuca, Reds, and Anderson. Gavin Lux with Tampa Bay. Alec Boehm. Dylan Lyle, Cade Smith, Henry Davis, Brandon Sproat, Alejandro Carrillo, Manny Machado, Robbie Ray, Peguero, Westberg, Bowers, Higashioka, Twins and Hernandez. A second relic. I don't know if I like that or don't like that. Does that mean we don't get an auto? We're going to find out shortly. Bryce Matthews. That's a sharp-looking card, though. I like it. I'll get that top-loaded in a moment. I'm guessing that's a blue parallel. Yohan Rojas for Speckle there, or Sand Glitter. Madison Maria. And George Brett. All right, let's see here. Bryce Matthews. That is 41 out of 150. Oh, that's the wrong top loader. That's the right top loader. Okay. Let me get these rookies over here. Top load the Yes Savage, and then we'll go into the last pack, auto hunting. Kyle Leahy. Chase DeLauder showing up. Lourdes Gurriel, Michael Macy, Mason Wynn, Gervais, Taylor Ward, Correa, George Kirby, Bo Bichette, Stars Align, Reese Olson, Randy Vasquez, Drew Summers, Zach Veen, Keller, Guzman, Encarnacion Strand, Cabrera, Muscleman, Chapman, Wallner, Santander, Fallfling, Rushman, Frelick, Berger, Paris, Garcia, Hoffman, Abreu, Matthews, Cade Cavalli, Kyle Harrison, Abner Uribe, Davis Schneider, and we have an auto of Alec Boehm for our first box. Going to Robert. All right. Kind of cool. Stephen Kwan is Sand Glitter. Ozzie Smith for glove work. And Aaron Judge for the throwback. We still have 2 silvers here for the first box. We'll go into those next. And then we got these rookies here. And then we're on to the silver packs. Let me grab those. All right, here we go. Cam Schlittler. It's nice. I like that one. Blake Snell. Ichiro. All-star insert there. And Don Mattingly. All right, second one. Guzman. PCA. Ronald Acuna. Hey, this is Vox. 2 relics and 2 autos. 11 out of 299. Going to CJ. We got the Dylan Beavers. Nice rookie auto. Sweet. Certainly much better than Alec Boehm. We'll take that. All right. Top load the other rookie here. And we are 1/3 of the way through our evening. Jumbo number 2. Two more silvers. We are ready to go. Pack number 11. Maybe it has been. All right. Jared Jones. Helping. Moncada Javier. Polanco Ferris. Alexander Isbel Palante Simpson. Marte Castellanos Sajacian Torkelson. Laureano Valera Freeman. Lee Nunez Cole. Amador Lux Bohm. Lyle Smith Davis Sproat. Perez Ford. Jones King. Carrillo Machado, Robbie Ray, and there's our relic. Same spot as in the first box. Player worn memorabilia. Wow, we're collecting like the rainbow now, huh? That's the base to go along with the blue. I have to compare those in a second. Sprout, rainbow foil. Nice. Greg Maddux, glove work. And Shohei Ohtani for a throwback. Yeah, and let's hope that stays in the past forever. Now you just need to be laid up in a nice lazy boy watching Series 2. Here's Sprout. We'll sleeve up the Ohtani. Let's set these there. These there. And sleeve up this one. What color was the first relic for this? White. All right. Cool. Good, that's what I want to hear, CJ. All right. Moving on to pack 2. Robert Dominguez, Alcantara, Rocio Suarez, Yes Savage, Gordon, Burrows, Cole, Dingler, O'Hearn, Dean, O'Neill, Monasterio, Springer, Rockies, Lopez, Sanoa, Eovaldi and Sears, Darnell and Horton, Senga, Diaz, Hauk, Outman, Scherzer, Musselman, Peguero, Westberg, Bowers, Higashioka, Twins, Hernandez, Edwards, Walls, Orioles, Westberg is Sangletter, Kyle Schwarber, league leader there, and then Cal Ripken Jr. Okay, we'll sleeve up those other ones in a moment. But crack open a new pack of sleeves. And let's just go right into another pack for now. Ferris, Alexander, Isbell, Palante, and Simpson. Robert, Dominguez, Alcantara, Rocio, Suarez, Joyce, Walker, Castillo, Larson, Marte, Lugo, Nootbaar, Palish, Wynn, Swanson, Taylor, Helsley, Steer, Stott, Lee and Allen, Sawinski, Early, Kelly, Bay, Kelly, Lodolo, Real Muto, Job, Arias, Bader, Sale Stewart. Then we have Rainbow Foil, Orioles, Mike Trout, league leader, and Ernie Banks for the throwback. Pack 4 of our second box. Pablo Lopez, Robert Hasselt, that is Dirt Dynamos, Corey Lee, Paul Goldschmidt, Max Muncy, Kyle Lee, Chase DeLauder, Gurriel, Macy, Green, Nola, Henderson, Cantillo, York, Milner, Alonzo, Matos, Bell, Shapiro, Crawford, Martin, Jimenez, All Smiles, Sale, Wagman, Nimmo, Rays, Baldwin, Eel, Caro, Povich, Ortiz, Duran, Cardinals, Baldwin, Liam Hicks. We have Taylor Walls, Rainbow Foil, league leaders Griffey, and Sale Stewart for a throwback. Tidy. Let's top load Chase DeLauder here. I'm going to sleeve up a couple. Sand glitter and the rainbow foil for now. Get back to those inserts momentarily. All right. This is pack 15 on the night. And it starts with Yes Savage, Gordon, Burrows, Cole, Ciccone, Reynolds, Carter Jensen, Duran, Conine, McClanahan, Yankees, Bradish, Peralta, Bieber, DC Duos, Steele, Torrens, Valdez, Flaherty, Cronenworth, Deoka, Alvarez, Johnson, Rangel, Story, Woods, Richardson, and Torres, Arise, Rashi, Wells, Young, Sandridge, Chorio, Verlander, Granello. Cleveland Takes Flight is 4 out of 50. Gold foil. And that's a cool image. Then we have Straight Up Gold out of 2026. Taylor Rashi. Foil. That's Sand Glitter. Manny Machado. League Leader. Oh, no, that's Glove Work. I'm sorry. Ellie De La Cruz. And then All-Star Julio Rodriguez. Okay. Rookies. Vet base. Couple top loads here. One, two. And let's sleeve up the sand glitter. We'll top load the gold rookie. He is numbered 1822. As well as the Cleveland Takes Flight out of 50. That is 4 out of 50. All right, that is halfway through the evening. 15 packs down. Here is pack number 16. Mason Wynn, Gervais, Taylor Ward, everybody in San Diego, Correa, Kirby, Cornel, Iglesias, Alcantara, Langford and Burns, Warbleski, Furman, Winkler, Elbies, Pauly, Mangum, Braves, Rodriguez, Woodruff, Thomas Lofton, Gorman, Little Lawler, Reagan's, Burleson, Pintaro, Ohapi, Mullins, Angels, Geloff, Rojas, Baz, Akamoto, Rodriguez, Perez, Munez. We got Sand Glitter, Carrillo, Glovework, Varsho, Pedro Martinez, All-Star. Pack 7. Or pack 17. Ciccone, Reynolds, Jensen, Duran, Lopez, Hassel, Dynamos, Lee, Goldschmidt, and Guardians, Blade, Glasnow, DeLuca, Reds, Anderson, Myers, Naylor, Murray, Chapman, Wallner, Santander, Falfling, Rushman, Frelick, Berger, Giants, Soderstrom, Rooker, Will Smith, Flores, Meadows, Musgrove, McCade Brown, Paris, Garcia, Hoffman, Musselman, black. That looks nice. Black Sand Glitter. I didn't even see the number on that. 7 out of 10. Sweet. All right. We'll take in a Yankees black parallel. That looks really nice. Especially with Aaron Judge on it. Will Smith is rainbow foil. Yeah, I saw that too. The Goldschmidt. Francisco Lindor is glove work. That's a really nice insert set. And Greg Maddux. Bellinger and Judge. Sharp. Rookies and Carter Jensen. Pack 18. George Kirby. Cornel Iglesias. Alcantara. Langford Pirates. Meadroth Bellinger. Dana Bybee Summers. Veen. Keller Guzman. Encarnacion Strand. Cabrera Dolander Talkman. Chisholm Jr. Randy Alvarez. Del Castillo Ersig Walker. Hernandez Locklear. Hernandez Libertor. Boyle. Seattle Mariners. Severino. Emmett Sheehan. Yandy Diaz. Miami Marlins. Denzel Clark. Hae-Seong Kim. Brandon Lau. Brent Rooker for Rainbow Foil. Mike Trout. And Babe Ruth. Hey, Jason. Good evening. Gotta catch up on sleeving up the rest of the inserts so far. I'll get there. Sleeve up the rainbow foil, though. And then some rooks. Max Muncy. Lay DeLauder. Gurriel Jr. Macy. Mason Wynn. Gervais Ward. Correa, Dreyer, Soto, McDonald. Paulin, Casas. Oh my goodness, enough with the Twitch bots. Get out of here. It's one a night every night. Julian, Bo Bichette. Stars Align, Reese Olson. Vasquez, Pajes, Fortes. Murakami, Campero, McCullers, Rivas. Harris, Tucker, Diaz. Abreu Matthews. Cavalli, Harrison, Uribe, Schneider, Beantown Buds, Nick Allen, Connor Norby. And we have Joel Peguero, Rainbow Foil. Well, that's sand glitter, I should say, rookie. Hayden Christensen, first pitch. How about that? That's going to Kyle. I like that one. And then Bryce Harper. I got the same yo bro yesterday too. I couldn't even get more creative with it. Like, come on. Hayden Christensen, first pitch. I was not expecting that. All right, we'll top load Murakami and DeLauder here. And we got last pack with the auto, bottom right corner. So top left has been the relics, bottom right has been the autos, at least in the first two boxes. I'm going to set these aside here for now so they don't slip and fall. Man, do you remember when everybody hated Hayden Christensen? Now he's like a fan favorite. T1 Walker, Bryce Eldridge, Chris Bryant, Jared Jones, Helpin, Moncada, Javier Polanco, Ballesteros, Ian Happ, Simeon Nunez, Feltner, Ashcraft, Barco, Otani, Chapman, Cam Sanders, Hoffman, Ozuna, Weathers, Peterson, White Sox, Kierstad, Quinn Priester, Clement takes flight, Ime, Stevenson, and Sanchez, Crawford, Rackett, Cameron, Hader, Walker, Castano, yeah, and Owen Casey. Nice little rookie there. Now he's in his Miami gear. No longer in that Cubs stuff. Miami's going to Antonio. Congrats, Antonio. And then we have Robbie Ray as Sandglitter, Aaron Judge for the glove work, and Hank Aaron All-Star. All right, that's 2 boxes down. Let me tidy a little bit here. I got some base rookies, base vets, a couple nice rookies here, and of course the auto. All right, you guys have to go take a back seat for now. It's Owen Casey's turn. I'm just noticing the bone was on card, which was nice. Okay. There we go. That is 2 boxes down. Let's see what we got for silver packs. Here we go. Nolan Ryan. Corbin Carroll. Will Clark. Is that more ink? Wow. Tatis. Matt. We are getting super hot with these silver packs. 41 out of 50. And the guy only has 1 home run. That is sharp looking, though. Sweet. Let's get that sleeved and top loaded for you. You know, I don't think we've gotten any base of either of them yet, Kyle, but I got to assume they're in the checklist somewhere in some way, shape, or form. I can't remember off the top of my head. All right. Second silver pack here. Did he hit his second today? I was wondering when I said that if I was dated with my information. Good for him. Cam Schlittler, that's our second one. Blake Snell, our second one. Christian Yelich, and Frank Thomas. Okay. Let's crack open the third box. Scoot these back here. Get rid of this. A walk-off. Oh no, are the tides turning for the Padres finally? And they had to eventually. They couldn't keep being this bad. Statistical anomaly. $20 packs in the books. Pack 21, Zach Cole, Slade Ciccone, Brian Reynolds, Carter Jensen, Duran Lopez Hassel. And that's another one where that border's really tight. Dirt Dynamos, Corey Lee. Rockies, Lopez, Sanoa, Eovaldi. Guardians, Blade, Glasnow. DeLuca, Reds, Anderson, Santander. Fling, Rushman, Frelick, Berger. Giants, Soderstrom, Pajes, Fortes. Meadows, Musgrove, McCade Brown. Paris Garcia. Hoffman, Abreu, Matthews, Cavalli. Hey, there's no relic in this top left one. Xavier Edwards, Tony Gwynn, and Roberto Clemente. Whoop, wrong stack there. There we go. Pack 2. What is that back there? Hopefully that's something nice. Simpson, Robert. Dominguez, Alcantara, Roquio Suarez, yes, Savage. Gordon, Burrows, Springer, Cade Horton, Senga, Diaz, Hauk, Outman, Scherzer, Musselman, and Chapman. Wallner, Twins, Hernandez, Edwards. Walls, Orioles, Rooker. Will Smith. That was weird. Kyle Harrison, Flores. Oh, we got a gold mirror. That's not a big name, though. We'll still take it. Jose Fermin. That is going to carry. Cool. And this next one here is the relic. In the name relic card. Pete Alonso. Oh, cool. Is that... That's game used. It's 1 of 1. Sweet. Crispy. He's still with the Mets. That one's going to you. Sweet. 1 of 1. Man, I swear, we pulled one other of these, like, patches with the letter years and years ago. I mean, years ago. 5 years ago? 6 years ago? 1 of 1, and I think it might have been Pete Alonso. I got to go back to the... I might have put it in Instagram. If I did, it would have been like one of the first ones posted. That's really cool. Love it. All right, we have Kodai Senga Rainbow Foil. Bobby Witt Jr. Gold glove. Well, no, glove work. Just looks gold. And the throwback is Selvy Perez. Yeah, the throwbacks do look nice. Yeah, Crispy's son collects Pete Alonso too, so it's even better. It's good stuff. Rainbow foil. We've got the gold mirror. They made those backs of these look really nice. And then a couple of rookies here. I need a thick sleeve for that. Okay, cool, Crispy. Let me know. I don't think we've ever pulled another one. Make sure we take care of the corner. We don't want to nick anything. Cool. I need a little bit thicker top loader. 1 second. I think 168, maybe 138. Let's try one of each here. Yeah, that seems right. I don't know. Well, let's see. Yeah, I think I like that more. Cool. All right, let's top load Yes Savage. And on to pack 3. Or 23. Caden Dana. Tanner Bybee. T1 Walker. Bryce Eldridge. Chris Bryant. Jared Jones. Petey Helpin. Moncada. Javier Polanco. Dolander. Talkman. Jazz. Ballesteros. Simeon. Ian Hatt. Nunez. Feltner. Ashcraft, Ozuna, Weathers, Peterson, White Sox, Kierstad, Priester, Clement, Cleveland, Swanson, Rackett, Cameron, Hader, Walker, Castano, Carson Kelly, Jaiwan Bay, Merrill Kelly, Nick Lodolo. Rainbow foil is Duggan Darnell. It's a cool name. Sinan Rafaela for glove work. And Trey Turner. Rainbow foil rookie, Bryce Eldridge. And we can move along. Pack 24. It was Xander Bogaerts. Okay. Huh. Man, I feel like we had something similar like that to Pete Alonso, too. Maybe my memory's just, starting to fray and merge. Michael Macy, Mason Wynn. Paul Gervais, Taylor Ward. Carlos Correa, thanks for looking it up, though. Appreciate that. George Kirby, Cornel. Iglesias, Alcantara. Langford, Milner, Alonso, Matos. Van Bell, Corbin Burns, Warbleski. Furman, Winkler, Elbies, Gorman, Little, Lawler. Reagan's, Burleson, Pintaro. Ohapi, Paredes, Suarez, Baz, Akamoto, Rodriguez, Perez, Muniz, Tommy Nance, Schwarber, Christian Koss, Wensiel Perez is Rainbow Foil, Tatis, I almost thought it was a gold mirror again for a second, is Glove Work, and Ketel Marte. Come on, Rainbow. $350, man. Yeah, putting that together, and you're gonna end up like one letter short that nobody's ever found. It's like still in the box somewhere or something. It's crazy when you see people that have actually completed one, like the whole name. It's wild to think like the odds of being able to actually find it, even in the age of eBay. It's crazy. Mitch Ferris, Alexander, Isbell, Palante, Simpson, Robert, Dominguez, Alcantara, Rocchio, Barco, Otani, Chapman, Sanders, Joyce, Walker, Castillo, Larson, Marte, Taylor, Helsley, Steer, Stott, Lee, Allen, Sawinski, Early, Flaherty, Real Muto and Job, Arias, Bader, Sale Stewart, Torres, Arias, Rashi, Wells, Cesar Prieto is our auto here. Is that a black parallel? I'd love it if it was. That is 5 out of 10. Sweet. Going to St. Louis and Carey. Nice, Carey. Our second black parallel of the night. Out of 10. These have been some hot jumbos for us. All right. That should be our final auto, but with the way the other boxes have been rolling, we might have another one in here somewhere. We'll find out. Minnesota Twins is Sandglitter. And we have Don Mattingly Glove Work and Johnny Bench All-Star. Halfway through this box now. Top load Sale Stewart. Let's bump these guys. Slide these ones in over here. Cool. All set. Pittsburgh Pirates. Meadroth, Bellinger, Dana, Bybee, Walker, Eldridge, Bryant, Pauly, Mangum, Braves, Rodriguez, Woodruff, Lukes, Risen Sons, Tyone, Vientos, Irvin, Abner, Mountcastle, Perkins, Cease, Belting Bros, Suzuki, McNeil, Garcia, Cannon, Curvello, Assad, Grisham, Waldrop, Kwan, Rojas, Smith, Hedges, Triolo, Joey Cantillo we've got for gold foil. Jake Bowers is Sandglitter. Nolan Arenado Glove Work. And All-Star Francisco Lindor. Four packs to go. 4 packs to find Corey and Otani SP. This one is numbered out of 399. at 99. Okay. Goldschmidt. Muncie, Leigh, DeLauder, Gurriel, Macy, Wynn, Gervais, Ward, Correa, Myers, Naylor, Murray, Dreyer, Soto, McDonald, Paulin, Casas, Julian, Murakami, Campero, McCullers, Rivas, Harris, Tucker, Diaz, Rosarena, and Uribe, Schneider, Beantown Buds, Nick Allen, Connor Norby, Joe Boyle, Mariners, Severino, Sheehan. Arise is going to be out of 2026. We've gotten one of those per box, I think. Cade Horton, Rainbow Foil, Mark Grace, Glovework, and Basayo for the insert. Okay. Rainbow. Rookies. Gold Arise is numbered 391 out of 2026. Murakami will top load and Chase DeLauder will top load. I think I might have just ran out of top loaders. Let me grab a new pack really fast. Okay, 3 packs. That's the way the break gods work, Alan, I know. Suarez, Yes Savage, Gordon, Burrows, Cole, Saccone, Reynolds, Carter Jensen, Duran, Lugo, Newtbar, Palish, Wins, Conine, McClanahan, Yankees, Bradish, Peralta, Cronenworth, Deoka, Alvarez, Johnson, Rangel, AI Viewers, Streamboo.com. Man, getting hit with a second bot in one night. Story, Richardson, Chaparro, Crawford, Young, Sandridge, Chorio, Verlander, Granello, Baldwin, Eel, Caro, Povich. Then we've got out of 250, Purple Paper Parallel, Tyler Soderstrom. After that, Rainbow Foil, JP Sears, Mark McGuire, home run leader, and a Jack Caglione finally showing up in here. We'll take that. Rainbow Foil, Purple Paper Parallel out of 250 on the Soderstrom. That is going to be numbered 137. Did you hear that? He does. I know. He's tired of me ripping packs. Carter Jensen will top load. And Yes Savage. Hey, buddy. I know. Here. I'm going to go run out for a moment. Hold on. Explore. I usually keep the door closed so that the kids yelling and playing in the background don't interrupt us, but they're asleep, so I just let the pup out. George Kirby, Cornile, Iglesias, Alcantara, Langford, Pirates, Meadroth, Bellinger, Bobichette, Stars Align, Olson, Vasquez, Summers. You know, he's such a leash. Zach Veen, Keller, Guzman, Encarnacion, Strand, Cabrera, Alvarez, Del Castillo. I know, he's got to carry his own weight. Erceg, Walker, Hernandez, Locklear, Hernandez, Libertor, Hoffman, Diaz, Marlins, Clark, Kim, Lowe, Ime, Stevenson, Sanchez, Crawford. 21 out of 50, we've got Hunter Green on Sand Glitter Gold. Hernandez, regular Sand Glitter. Matt Chapman is glove work. Whoa, dog. And Mookie Betts is all-star. I bet you I know what he's doing right now. He has this thing. I don't know if you picked up on that bark right now. For some reason, he likes to bark at it's 21 out of 50. The rinse cup that's in our bathroom for the boys when they take baths. That like sits on the corner of the bathtub, you know? For some reason he like thinks it's alive or something. I don't understand, man. But he loves to bark at it. It's very bizarre. But if you hear him do it again, I have a feeling that's what's going on. All right, here's our last pack. Yeah, 4s all chewed up. Dog-eared. Lopez, Hassel. Dynamos, Lee, Goldschmidt, Muncy. Lay DeLauder, Gurriel, Bieber. Duos, Steele, Torrens, Valdez. Green, Nola. Henderson, Cantillo, and York. Martin, Jimenez, All Smiles. That's been the name of a card before. Chris Sale, Wegman, Nimmo, Rays, Thomas, Lofton, Ortiz, Duran, Cardinals, Baldwin, Liam Hicks, Cedric Mullins, Angels, Geloff, Rojas, Higashioka is Sandglitter. Is it the first time we said his name tonight? Glove work is Julio, and Tatis All-Star. And that wraps up our 30th base pack. We've got 2 silvers to go. Could we go 3 for 3? Do you imagine? I can imagine. Bryce Eldridge, take that. And Rafael Flores. Albert Pujols. Corey Seager. Hunter Green does need to come back. I've got a nice little collection of Hunter Green stuff. Since rookie year I've been sitting on. Chase Burns, Series 1, I believe. Bryce Eldridge. The Knicks. Hard not to root for the Knicks. I don't even really follow basketball, but it'd be cool to see. McLean, Kyder Jensen, Bryce Harper, and George Brett. Oh, the other O. How funny is that? You have a comp of on your 1 of 1. Is it really a 1 of 1 when there's another O in the name? Ooh. There's something to think about as you fall asleep tonight. Which one do you think you have? We'll never know. I'd like to think it's the one at the end. I feel like that one would command a little more money. All right, that's it here for tonight, guys. That's the last jumbo of the 3, but we've got 3 more left. We'll be posting up another Pick Your Team up for that. If you want first dibs on it, join the Dugout. If you've missed the details on that big drop, Dugout registration is open once again. New monthly system. For those that thought the annual way was a little tough to kind of do. Now we're in the monthly setup. Take a look at that. You'll get early access to the Pick Your Team break, so you might want to check it out. But yeah, we'll be posting up a Pick Your Team jumbo tomorrow, and we'll have a random teams hobby as well. So if you're looking for a cheap little random, that'll be a fun one. That said, let's recap what we had here. Bunch of inserts. I will sleeve up all of them. About halfway through, I kind of gave up, but I will leave them all up after the break here. See you, Kyle. Have a good one. And then we've got all of our rookies there. Yeah, do it. Just because it's fun, make them beg. Throw it up there for $1,000. Here we go with foil parallels. We've got Flores, Higashioka, Hernandez, Sears, Arise, Horton, Bowers, Twins, Perez, Senga, Edwards, Ray, Christensen, Rooker, Smith, Machado, Orioles, Walls, Westberg, Juan Rojas, Marilla, Robbie Ray, Tyler Wells, was 51 out of 2026. Trent Grisham, Hurston Waldrop, Manny Machado, and Jordan Westberg. And everything else got top-loaded. First, I have kind of like base card top-loaded stuff, and then we'll get into the parallels and stuff, but I might have accidentally missed a parallel or two in here. First half of the base card-esque stuff. McLean, Carter Jensen from the Silver Packs, Bryce Eldridge, all nice ones. DeLauder, Ime, Yes Savage, Jensen, DeLauder, Murakami, Eldridge, Sale Stewart, Eldridge. Darnell was Rainbow Foil, Yes Savage, Jensen, Eldridge. We had a lot of Eldridge. Ime, DeLauder, Murakami, Sandglitter Peguero, Carter Jensen. 15 people watching the S. What are they all watching for? Carrillo Sandglitter, Rashi out of 2026, Yes Savage, Jansen, DeLauder, Sale Stewart Throwback, Sale Stewart Base, Yes Savage, Sprout Rainbow Foil, Guzman, DeLauder, Yes Savage, Peguero Rainbow, Jensen, Sale Stewart Eldridge, Yes Savage, Carrillo, Chase DeLauder Throwback, Eldridge, Murakami, and Cam Smith. Now for the good stuff. Here we go. Out of 50, 21 of 50, Hunter Green. Purple Paper Parallel, Tyler Soderstrom, 137 out of 250. Cantillo out of 399 at 99. Jose Fermin, that is a golden mirror. Cam Schlittler, that was from the Silver Pack, out of 10. Musclemen, that was 7 out of 10. Cleveland takes Flight. Gold foil is 4 out of 50. Bryce Matthews, we had a duo on that. Base, and this one was out of 150. That was at 41. Cam Schlittler again. Lourdes Gurriel Jr. out of 50. That was 7. George Springer out of 150 at 47. Max Scherzer Relic and DC Duos for an Aqua there. Dog is back with a bone, so we got to wrap this up. Pete Alonso, 1 of 1. Cesar Prieto. Owen Casey. Fernando Tatis, that was 41 out of 50. Dylan Beavers, 11 out of 299. And Alec Boehm. 2 bonus autos tonight, so that was pretty sweet. All right, guys, questions, comments, concerns, I'll be over on the Discord. That's the quickest way to get a hold of me. You know that. Come on over there and shoot me a DM. Oh, the City Connect. Okay, in the All-Star game, they got a couple different ones going. Okay. Might have to mix and match to make the name work out for you. That's it for tonight, guys. We'll see you tomorrow for more Series 2. Hobby Random. Pick your team jumbo. Hope to see you there. Enjoy the rest of your evening. See ya.